Find that sweet spot between aggressive and stupid. And the problem is, and, maybe this actually helps Phillip Rivers this year, because I just think the expectations for him, when you consider he's getting $25 million this year from the Colts, Brady's getting $25 million this year from the Bucs, Drew Brees is getting $25 million this year from the Saints. I think the expectations for him are lower than the other two. And a lot of the reason why it's so low is we saw more stupid than aggressive in primetime games last year. 7 interceptions in back-to-back primetime games. I can't get that out of my brain. And what it does is it puts a lower bar for Phillip Rivers than it is for the other two guys. And maybe that actually sets him up well to surprise some people this season, Shireen.
I was just thinking, boy, this is a team that's really flying under the radar because we haven't talked about the Colts much. We haven't written about the Colts much. They're just kind of there, but they do have a chance to win that division in the division that they're in. You look at the Texans and you look at the Jaguars and the Titans. The Titans went to the AFC Championship game, but can Tannehill duplicate what he did last year? Can Derrick Henry stay healthy? So when you look at this Colts team, you do think they have a chance to win that division, but I haven't thought a lot about the Colts, to be perfectly honest about it. And the question does become, how much does Phillip Rivers have left? How are those legs? He hasn't been hurt, but he did not look good last season, and maybe it was just his decision-making, and maybe he will be a better decision-maker in Indianapolis than he was last season for the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that a team can really engineer. It just has to happen, but a team has to love it when something like this naturally evolves where no one's paying attention to that team, because what it does is it allows head coach Frank Reich to maybe use that as motivation. Hey, nobody's giving us any respect. Nobody thinks we're going to be great. And also at the same time, nobody's getting a swelled head because they don't hear everyone talking about Colts, and the Colts are so good, and watch out for the Colts. And I think that combination is just another brick that gets put in the foundation for what can be a really good season. And we probably should be taking the Colts more seriously, and we should be not underestimating Phillip Rivers, because I think Phillip Rivers, even though he doesn't seem prideful per se, I think he's got enough pride that if he didn't think he could get it done, he wouldn't keep playing. The mere fact that he's on the Colts tells us that he firmly believes he can play well and play better than we saw him play in those primetime games with 7 interceptions in back-to-back weeks. And we better be ready for a Colts team to be a hell of a lot better than it was last year and to be a real factor in the AFC, Shireen.
Yeah, and that defense looks really good, and that's why I think they have a chance. T.Y. Hilton, is he going to stay healthy? That's a question there. But to me, the biggest question mark is Phillip Rivers. Is he going to make good decisions? Does he still have something left in the tank? I know he feels like he has something left to prove. Of course, never been to a Super Bowl. And I know he wants to get there, and that defense is ready to go to a Super Bowl. Is the offense ready to step up to match that? And we've always looked at the Colts when they've had a healthy Andrew Luck as a team to contend with, and I don't have that feeling that we're looking at the Colts now that way, and it's going to take Phillip Rivers stepping up to make that happen.
It's just amazing. I just looked down at the calendar. August 21, 2020. Phillip Rivers is the starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. If I had uttered that sentence on August 21, 2019, I would have been asked to provide a sample for a drug test. It's just amazing how quickly things change in the NFL, and we are still less than 1 year removed from Andrew Luck deciding out of the blue that he's going to call it a career. So Phillip Rivers, we'll see what he can do. We'll see what the Colts can do. It should make for an interesting twist, especially since for now we're not paying attention. Come the end of September, we may be paying a lot of attention to the Colts.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.